with it right now. What do we got here? I see some people trying to chat. Let's see. Can't stay on for long, but saying hi. Hey, Ronan. Hey, man. Oh, I gotta turn that off. All right. Hopefully my sound's coming through. Hopefully my video's halfway decent. There's some like technical difficulties with some of these platforms tonight that are just being really, really weird. What's going on with you, man? I haven't talked to you in a while. Let's see. All right. I think that'll do it. All right. Let me shut all this other crap off. All right, what do we got here? Looks like Stranger. Hey, man, what's going on, Stranger? I'm glad to hear loving the videos. Oh, you guys are going to love the videos. My eyes are like completely shot. I don't know if you can see how bloodshot my eyes are right now. I'm going to get like really... Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't look like I've been a fight or anything. But I've been working on videos all day long. So, I don't know if you guys have noticed. I don't know what other channels you watch, but I watch a lot of other channels because one of my big things is I don't want to recreate other people's stuff. I want to do my own unique stuff because I think that's what you guys want me to do. I mean, is there any reason why you should see in 1 week from 3 different YouTube developers, the 5 types of ammo? You know, I thought I made, so I made one, and it's going to come up on, I think Monday. Basically, just stop is what it comes down to. You guys are going to like it. You may not, I don't know. And then someone else did. Hey, FOD, what's going on, man? That's right. I know what that is, and I know how to do it really well too. And I ain't from California. Don't let my very odd half central, half eastern coast, southern country accent. Don't let any of that throw you off, bro. Because at one time in my life, a long, long time ago, I spoke a lot of the kind. You should know what that is. All right, but anyway, so let me get back on point here. So someone else, after I made that video, but didn't get it to you guys. It's scheduled for either tomorrow or Monday. I can't remember. What's the words I'm looking for? Someone else made another one. Another YouTube developer made another one about the 5 types of ammunition you need to stockpile now. And so I actually contacted the guy, right? And I'm contemplating actually putting them in the video because I don't want to really call them out. But no, I'm not going to do it. It would be funny, but I'm not going to do it. Maybe it's like at the very end, just to see if anybody's paying attention. I have like a little video in the corner, like running, like 1, 2, or 3 of them showing these 3 guys talking about the same thing. So I made this one. It's called the 1 caliber of ammunition for you to stockpile for an SHTF situation. It's going to be absolutely hilarious. I just hope, I am a little disappointed because I had to do it from here in the bunker, and the sound, the sound is not that great. And it's kind of disappointing. Yeah, maybe a redo later on with something even bigger and better. But it's basically just a fun video poking at YouTube developers for not paying attention to their surrounding, especially these guys that are doing Amazon links to 7,000 things. I caught one today. I made a video today. That one will air sometime in the next 2 days. No, actually, I think that one goes out tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mark your calendars because I'm going to hurt somebody's butt. Let's see here. Ammo to stockpile? Question mark. All of them? No. The correct answer is stockpile the type of ammunition that your weapon system that you own fires. Bartering with ammunition is stupid because you literally give someone ammunition to kill you with. Anywho, I've got my dark drink of Irish Leicester. It's so good. And I actually have some stuff to talk about tonight, but my eyes are just toast. So I may just have you guys help me out with stuff to talk about. Let's see here. I'm going to put you over there on that screen. Yep, there's another screen right there. And then I'll put this other stuff here that's bigger in case I have to talk about it. Let's see, JK, I know I only have what I can use. No worries, bro. I know you were just playing with me. Let's see here. Until we get a couple more people in, I don't really want to start. The YouTube algorithm is acting weird. I don't know if they're kicking you guys out or trying to demoralize me, because I can actually watch and see who is, how many people are in. And it's like 1, 2, 7, 4, 3. I'm waiting for it to go hut hike. I really have no idea. So I'm going to give it a few more minutes. What have you guys been doing? What have you guys been doing this week to prep? Type. According to the YouTube algorithm, I have 2 people in there that should be typing right now. What have you been doing to prep while I enjoy my adult libation? Oh, and I've got a little bit of different light on me right now. It's kind of casting a weird shadow. I mean, it shouldn't be casting that shadow. You know, maybe it'll be easier on my eyes because this area of the bunker, the light is really, really weird. It's really hard on your eyes. Give me 1 second. Oh, I think that did it. Oh, wow. Wow. So much easier on the eyeballs. Hopefully you guys can see enough. You see the tribe flag behind me. Oh, what do we got here? 2 and 5 gallon buckets of rice. Good to go. Good to go. Hopefully you remembered to freeze that rice first. It's always been a dilemma of mine, freezing the rice. And honestly, there's a lot of it that I don't freeze. And the reason is actually pretty simple. Once you suck all the air out of it, there's a good chance that these parasites are not going to survive anyway. But when you freeze it, any moisture in there freezes with it, and then you have to let it thaw out and come back to room temperature. And that could create a moisture issue. And then now you have a moisture issue inside of your container. So it's, it's catch-22. You're screwed if you do this and you're screwed if you do that. But I've also found that if you don't freeze your rice, then if you just vacuum pack it, then that solves a lot of your problems. The things they need air. They are parasites, but yeah, 2 5-gallon buckets, that's a lot of damn rice, my friend. That's a lot of rice. My chat just did something that I can't see for some reason. But yeah, I really enjoyed. I had to stop working on that comedy video. I figure every so often we need to do something like that too, where we just have a little bit of fun, maybe poke fun at ourselves. I think if in the future, I'll probably get someone to help me, and I'll start doing more bit type stuff, so that you guys can actually enjoy. It can't always be, oh, it's the end of the world, rah, beans and rice, beans and rice. All we're gonna do is poop beans and rice. We can't do that. It gets a little boring, gets a little drab. I like to make fun of our community because we're funny people. We are, I learned this years ago. Preppers are hilarious. And there's some of the people that they can be the salt of the earth. Before I forget, I put it out on YouTube on a YouTube community post, and I also put it in this last video. Went over 600 subscribers today. And I chatted it out to my friends in Facebook. And I keep a kind of Facebook is kind of my thing. I keep a very small circle. It's like family and very close friends. Unless you want to follow the local prepper Facebook page, if that thing starts to go up, then yeah, I'll start putting more stuff in it. But that one was more focused when I was focused on doing all of the brand ambassador stuff that I'm not doing anymore. I think I have one company. I think it's like Alpine or something like that I'm technically a brand ambassador for, but I haven't done anything for them in months. Let's see. Ronan says, interesting. Going to have to check out vacuum sealing rice. Still pretty new to a lot of this. Okay, so whenever somebody talks about vacuum sealing, here's the first thing I always tell them. I always tell them to go to your local thrift store. And if you can, and the church thrift stores are the best ones because you can find all sorts of hot plates, every type of piece of cutlery or cooking utensil, but yeah, bread makers. People love to buy these $150 bread makers, okay? And they're so simple to use, and you just throw the ingredients in them, and then you turn it on, and then in like 4 hours you have bread. You know, it's pretty awesome. The bread's not bad. You got to go online, you got to get the recipes, and you got to experiment just a little bit to get the type and feel of bread that you like. Because everybody has a different ones, you know. But you can get those bread makers. Like they have piles of them in the like a charity or church thrift store. There's like piles of these things. How much is that bread maker? $5. Okay, I'll take this bread maker home for $5. But that leads me to what we were talking about, Ronan, was the vacuum sealed stuff. People buy those things and then they stop using them. They stop using them because they run out of the bags. And then the company changes something and then the bag isn't available in the local store, and then they give them to the thrift store or something like that. And anyway, so go to a thrift store, find one of these vacuum sealers, and then with your cell phone, your magical cell phone, you don't want anybody tracing you on. Oh, there's a drone circling in my position now. Look up that type of vacuum sealer and see if bags are available on Amazon or even on Walmart, because there's a gajillion of products on Walmart that never make it into the stores, believe it or not. We can talk about it in a bit though. So anyway, and then if there's bags available, yeah, grab that vacuum sealer. You can probably pick it up for like $1 or like $3. Take it home, order a small thing of bags, give it a try on something. Give it a try on like go buy freaking I think chicken, what is it? Chicken tenders. You can buy raw chicken tenders for like somewhere between $5 and $6. They're actually cheaper than the thighs, which is what I used to buy. Those things are up to like $10 for a container now. But yeah, and then give it a try and see if it's still working, if the machine is still working. Then if it is, start vacuum sealing crap like it's nothing. Get on Amazon, get yourself some either some moisture wicks or some oxygen eaters. They're not super necessary because you are technically sucking the air out of it. But I mean, still, you can get more out of it that way too. Let's see. Find a freeze dryer for $5 at Goodwill. A freeze dryer? You got a freeze dryer at Goodwill for $5? I want to know where you live. I'm going to get it. That's a very expensive item, but I'll keep my eye out. If you can find a freeze dryer, that's even better. What do we got here? Let's see. I got FOD. It's like, But yeah, I was telling somebody today, if you guys didn't know this, so there's a bit of a scheme that goes on with Walmart, all right? You were joking? Son of a bitch. Damn it, FOD. Let's see here. But no, there's a bit of a racket that a lot of people don't know about. I applied to be a brand ambassador for Amazon, or not, Walmart some years back. And it took them it was supposed to take 72 hours to find out if they would accept me or not, but it took like 4 months, and they didn't, obviously. But Clearly, I'm not Walmart material. But anyway, so what people don't know is that Walmart has a program where companies, little bitty companies like in America, can submit their products for sale on Walmart's website. And the idea is that it's back when Walmart was competing heavily with Amazon. Um, and so what you end up with is you end up with all these little bitty companies that are um, putting their stuff on the Walmart website, but they never make it into the store. Think of it like someone went on Shark Tank, okay? And Walmart picked them. I can get you into Walmart, and so there's the deal. And then next thing you know, there's an end cap for, whatever the item was, the widget number 34 that does this, that, and the other thing. Think of it like that, but it never makes it into the store. And one of these is actually they're large companies, and I hate to do it, they're out of China. So these large no-name companies out of China that are making camping gear and hunting gear, and what they do is they do what the Chinese do. They steal intellectual property and they copy stuff. And what they've done is they've made a niche market in the camping and hunting industry. And what they've done is they just start copying the best stuff on the planet. It's like that backpack that I reviewed for you guys back in the summertime. Spring, summertime. And it was comparable to another, it was almost identical to another hiking pack that's made that you can buy like at REI or something like that. Holy crap, did everybody leave? 0. Everybody left. I don't believe it. Someone type something. The algorithm is lying to me. 100% lying to me. There's no way everybody just left this stream. I'm going to wait a second. And now 2 are back. Now 3 are back. I'm telling you, man, that's demotivating as hell. I'm literally watching the little people icon in my phone. It's like 7, 5, 3, 2, 0. Son of a bitch. Mind blowing. But anyway, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but so basically what this Chinese company is doing is they're copying very high-end name brand products in the hiking and hunting markets, and then selling them on Walmart for super cheap. An example of that, there's a tent, and I'm not going to say any names, but there's a tent, and if you want me to show you what I'm talking about, send me an email. Nobody sent me an email. There was like 4 things that I told you guys. If you wanted information on something, send me an email, and I'll send you a link about the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. So anyway, what they did was there's a company out of Germany who makes this tent. It's a 2-man tent. It's super ultra lightweight. It's just this unbelievable tent that is great for hiking and survival. It's just a super awesome tent, right? It's almost $700. Well, what the Chinese are doing is they're taking all these best ideas and they're copying them. You could buy an almost identical, I would say like 90, 95, 96%, exactly the same tent for $125. And they're doing this in any market they can get their hands on. And yeah, it sucks for the big companies who are trying to sell this stuff. But you know what? Those are niche products. Only the hikers that do this like professionally, that go and spend 6 months at a time on the trail are going to spend that kind of money. These people that are just doing it for fun, they're going to spend the $125. They're going to see the value in that, I had somebody talk to me the other day about that backpack that I reviewed. And they're like, yeah, I had a pack like that. I had to go do something and it fell apart. I was like, well, I've been using one for about 6 months now. It's my bug out bag. Yeah. And, you're not supposed to know that. But anyway, nothing wrong with it. Not a damn thing. And it performs just as well as one of the higher end packs that is exactly the same. Now listen, I know that sometimes we buy that it's crap. I know. But listen, if you're not looking at the product when you buy it, you know what I'm saying? Come on. Don't blame the product, blame yourself. You know? What do we got? Black screen YouTube 54 cut. I don't know if you guys watch 504 cut, but that's questionable. What do we got here? I got stuff coming in the chat, but it's funny because it'll come onto the phone instantly, but it takes a while to get to the computer. That's how powerful the internet is where I am, which is hilarious. Okay, chat. Show it to me, chat. Talk to me, chat. You can do it. You can do it, chat. I have no idea what just popped up. There it is. The guy on Outdoor Gear Review shows a lot of the same item under multiple names. Yeah, exactly, FOD. But you can actually, like I said, if you guys hit me up, I will actually show you a link to the tent that keyed me off. And Walmart actually has contracts with these Chinese companies that sell this stuff that they're huge. They're literally just like, they have like 1,000 items that you can buy that are just as good as the $800 items. So, all right, but I digress. Before I get into anything, what do you guys want to talk about? Anything good? Because if not, then I'm just going to go into my diet tribe, and we can talk about different things here and there. I'll give you a few seconds to answer that. I wish I had some elevator music. I like a button I could push. Watching my numbers go down. No, it says there's 60 of you, but I'm going to think that there's 100 million of you in here. How many of you have done your homework and told your friends about this channel? Crap. My other half is... let's see. I've got to do something. Messenger. Let's see. Yep. I'm getting back into CB radios, but no one out there is on the air much. Yeah, that one's a little tricky, FOD, because really, I don't want to update you. Remind me later. CB radios are awesome because you can really put a lot of power into those things, more power than most people know. And let's see, that didn't work. I like the idea of having CBs because they're free, they work. That's my phone call and somebody else's to get their attention. It's not necessary. Okay. What am I doing here? There we go. Anyway, sorry. Basically, somebody was trying to get up to me. It was important that I reply. And they were on the cell phone, and the cell phone is my camera right now, so I can't do anything. Thanks, FOD. Remind me to get back to studying for my ham radio. Yeah, well, I love talking about communications in general. I'm a big SATCOM guy, or digital messaging. I've used real world SATCOM, and it was always hit or miss. It was spotty. Now the technology has gotten a lot better lately, but I think we have to take every means of communications seriously, and the reason I think we need to do that is actually pretty simple. Because if there was a situation where things got really, really bad, having viable, a real ability to communicate with people or just listen in is extremely important. And communication can be more than just talking to people, but listening. Listening is actually more important. Stranger, back in a few. All right, bro, we'll be waiting for you. Don't be a stranger. I love that guy's name. But let me tell you a story. Okay, so during the Gulf War, Prior to deployment, we spent a lot of time on ship. I spent almost 9 months on a ship at sea, waiting to go in. If you're old enough, you heard it, you would watch the news every day and see about these ships that were all in the Persian Gulf and dodging mines. And yeah, we did that crap. But what we would do when we were at sea and you could get it, it was absolutely amazing. You could be in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and somebody would whip out a shortwave radio. There was 3 or 4 of them within our unit. And we would just go up on the flight deck, pitch black. They wouldn't even want you up there because if you've never been at sea at night with a ship that doesn't have any lights on, it's like unbelievably dark. It's so perfectly dark. Anyway, we would just sit up there and 2 or 3 of us would sit up there and take notes with a flashlight. And we'd listen to the BBC with a little shortwave radio. And we would gather information every night. And then we'd come back down into the berthing and we would tell everybody what we heard. So sometimes I think it's listening is more important than communicating. And as Americans, we don't know when to shut up. We don't know when to just listen. And during a real SHTF situation, they're going to be the government will be trying to communicate with us via those types of means, via radio waves, via text message, via the emergency broadcast system, in which it's actually going to go out to all pieces of media. So I think listening is more important. And I honestly don't know what would happen if anybody's not old enough to know or just doesn't know. Channel 9 is always reserved for emergencies on CB radios. That's literally just where the state police monitors Channel 9, Department of Transportation's, and not EMS, but when they stand up the emergency fusion centers, they monitor Channel 9. I know state active fusion centers monitor Channel 9. So it's for emergencies, it's so that you can say, hey, I'm out on Route 24, Bobby, I'm near, mile marker 5, and this truck just flipped over. So listening is more important than transmitting. And frankly, as distributed as we are, as living as far apart as we are, that ability to communicate with people that we don't even know isn't super important. It's important to be able to listen. Now, if you can communicate, that's awesome too. That's great. Knowing what to say and knowing when to say it is very important. But I'm a key proponent of just being able to listen. Now, if you can listen on HF, VHF, CB, you know what I'm saying? And it just going through the ham waves, put it on scanner. Hey, more power to you. I think it's great. But I think that just that the thought of listening instead of talking is more important than anything else. And there was something that popped up in the chat too. I don't know why, but I have not seen it on the computer yet at all, which is really weird. I'm gonna go ahead and F5 that puppy. I think that's F5. There it is. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I remember after 9/11, I was driving a big truck and channel 19 was quiet, and people were actually nice to one another on the air. Okay. So, FOD, am I messing up? Is it channel 9 or is it channel 19? Because I want to make sure I'm saying that right. I always thought it was channel 9. CB, channel 19, emergency. For instance, channel 19 is the middle of the bands, thus has the best antenna frequency. Channel 9 is for emergencies. Okay. Yeah, well, that's why everybody's on channel 19. It's the best band. But yeah, everybody, it's absolutely amazing when there's an emergency, how many people just instantly turn into awesome human beings. It's just, why can't they do that all the time? Why do we have to be constantly separated by whatever? Why? I mean, we've all been just so changed in the last, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years. But I think that I think if we just stopped and listened for a while, we might hear some of the stuff we'd like to hear instead of constantly thinking about what we're going to say next. All right, what else we got? What else? We talked about CB radios. Anything good? I wish there was a ping button on Facebook. I should probably open the Wire app just in case. Let's see. Can I buy a Baofeng UV10R walkie-talkie ham radio just to listen if things go south? Hey, welcome back, stranger. Tony, I don't know. I've never seen a UV10R before, but I could be... Technically, yes, you can buy anything you want to. See, here's the thing. A lot of people get confused in the ham community because it's not illegal to own or even use a ham radio, a ham-capable radio. There are specific times that you cannot use it, like when there's not an emergency. But the FCC regulations are very clear. During an emergency, you can use whatever means of communications that's not military, dedicated to the military. So yes, you can use a ham radio. And I'm looking at UV10R right now because I've never heard of that. I've heard of the UV5R and the UV8 something. Let's see here. Let's see. Wow, UV10R. How powerful is that? I mean, it's got to be more powerful than a 5R, that's for sure. But I mean, as far as receiving, yeah, you can turn it on, listen to stuff all day long. You can program it to any frequency it'll let you program it to. But yeah, and I would recommend that you have one. I keep one inside of my bug out bag. I keep one in my bedroom, and I have another one in my living room, and I have another one in my other property. There are so many, I bet you I can find you an awesome deal on. And why did you, Tony? Why did you go with the UV10R? Just out of curiosity, because I actually love these radios, and a lot of people don't know that Baofeng, there's another company like Kintec or something like that, that is now licensed to use the Baofeng, to recreate the Baofengs, as well as the name Baofeng, but they're like Kintec Baofeng. There we go. UV5R. $32.99 for the UV5R now, guys. Absolutely amazing deals that you can find on Amazon. I found one on Amazon for I want to say it was like a set of 2 with extra big batteries, with the antennas, with the ear and neck pieces, basically with the police microphones for like less than $60. So I think that if you're not taking advantage of those deals, then yeah. I'm going to push that button real quick. See if I can get that person's attention. Come on, Amazon. Tony, it was something I can charge with a USB and get in a bug out bag. I would think it would be important to know if troops are moving around or something. Yeah, very true. But I mean, you would not, these radios, I'm not aware of the UV10R's capabilities, but the 5 and the 8, most civilian radios will not scan on military frequencies. Also, even if they could, the military is completely encrypted. They don't run anything. They have not run anything unencrypted since early 2000. Let's see. But yeah, you have me interested in the UV10R. I mean, I love technology. I'm still looking. Amazon will not my minimally powered internet here. I guess it'll come up when it comes up. But yeah, let's see. Do you do the download on UVI for all the channels? No, my mag has a set amount of frequencies that we use, but you can see the difference between the programmability that you can do like on your laptop. It is a little bit technical to get it set up in the very beginning, but it's not that difficult. You can Google how to do it, not a problem. And then as long as but you want to make sure that you get the actual interface cable that goes from the radio to the computer, and those are cheap too. And then once you have decided, basically it's easy to do that way. It's hard in the beginning, but then it's easy. And if you're constantly changing what frequencies you want to have preloaded, then yeah, it's okay. But if you're just doing it by hand, you can just break out the manual and go and put the frequencies in, and you can say that's frequency 25 and it's called this, and that'll pop up on the screen, and it's really not that difficult to do. Let's see here. What comes with this little radio? That's got the tiny antenna. I don't like that. And of course my internet doesn't like that at all. I'm just gonna go Baofeng UV5R. High power, tri-power, portable ham, two-way radio. Enter. Yeah, you definitely want to get the larger antennas. I mean, it's like, I want to say that one is about that long is the one that you want. The whip antennas are good too. It does have enough power to use the whip. And the whips do work. What do we got here? $46 for the single setup on the newer radios. Let's see here. 2-pack of Baofeng UV5R with whip antennas and big batteries, 72. Let's see. Yeah, but you know what else too Tony brought up is these newer radios. You can charge them via USB. That's kind of important because right now all of my chargers are plug-in chargers. And I think that would probably be a really good idea to make sure that your radio could be charged via USB. Actually, I don't think you may just found a hole in my comm plan, man. I have a list on my notepad of my local frequencies. Yeah, I mean, some people do that. I know in my mag, what they'll do is we'll put the frequencies into the radios, and then they'll give you a spreadsheet to print out, and then you print that out, and then you can laminate it, and you just keep it near the radio in case something goes wrong. $27 for the Baofeng UV5R dual band two-way radio black. $27. Earphone and charger, and that's with the short battery. But yeah, guys, there's an unbelievable set of deals out there for the UV5Rs. There was an issue some months back when the FCC started playing games with the regulations, but that all seems to have just kind of disappeared. I'm not exactly sure why, but it did. $24 for the Baofeng. There you go. So yeah, just hit Amazon. There are a ton of deals out there. Get what you need. You know, I always recommend the big battery and the big antenna. And then if you can, try to find a way to charge it via USB. I know a lot of them have car chargers. That will really help out. I hadn't really contemplated it, but during the last power outage, that we had last week, I found myself charging stuff inside my car that I hadn't even really thought about it, but now we're talking about the radios, so now I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna charge my damn radio. But I know that you can buy adapters for your cars. I guess the real question is do those adapters, are those the kind of adapters that have USB plugs, or are those the kind of adapters that go to something else? All right, so I don't really want to go through those 3 pages of stuff. What other questions do we got, guys? Looks like we've been going at this for about 40 minutes. We're not doing too bad tonight. Oh, my liquid is starting to get a little warm. I may have to jump up and take a 1-minute intermission in order to top it off. On that radio, does FRS frequencies just use line of sight, no repeater? Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, it does. Those do FRS. They do everything. Was it GMRS, FRS, which is basically almost the same thing. But a lot of people operate on the GMRS. Or am I saying that right? GMRS? My brain is gone tonight. GMRS. Is that right? Yes. A lot of people operate on the GMRS, General Mobile Radio Service. And I think it's like 10 channels. They're open, they're unencrypted, and there are lots of repeaters. Obviously, you need a list of repeaters in your area. You can go online and find that. There are websites that are dedicated to showing you nothing but where the repeaters are. If you do that, then you're going to increase, obviously, your distance. But also a lot of the GMRS repeaters are ran by civilians. They're just part of the network. They're part of the system that it's like they're volunteering to become a GMRS repeater. You're going to find a lot of GMRS repeaters near the cities. I hate to say it. You would think that there would be like more. There'd be some kind of organization, or there'd be some kind of group of people that would like put them somewhere along the road someplace and say, hey, can you do that for us? FRS doesn't have much range whatsoever. If you guys know what FRS is, it's those little handheld walkie-talkies that only have like 12 frequencies, I think. It's either 12 or 20. They're line of sight. They barely work when you're camping. And that's why a lot of the overlanders use GMRS. Now, funny thing about the FCC regulations is that you're not allowed to transmit on GMRS unless the radio is designed specifically for GMRS radios. If your radio can be tuned to a frequency or can transmit on another frequency other than GMRS frequencies, then you're not supposed to be using that radio, thus against FCC regulations. But a lot of people are doing it anyway because it's almost impossible unless they get a truck out in your area and track down your physical location, and then catch you with the radio and then catch you doing it. It's almost impossible for them to do anything about it. But those trucks do exist and people do get caught, which is kind of funny. If you go out and and it's funny too because a lot of people don't do it, but you can get your GMRS license for like $70. You literally just fill out a form online, send them $70, and then in about a week or two, they will email you back with your GMRS call sign. And now you're completely legal. You don't have to take a crazy test. You don't have to do anything else. You now have a GMRS license. Jagula, I haven't seen you in a while, man. How are you finding ammo availability in your area? Still real bad on supply in Washington. Ammo's not that bad here. Pretty much every caliber there is. I have seen some places that will limit the amount of ammunition you can buy. I've also seen places that will sell, instead of selling it in the box, they'll sell it in a Ziploc bag. Basically, they're breaking boxes up. No problem where I am at. A stranger doesn't want you to know where he's at. You're so informative and helpful, stranger. Yeah. And then there's places where, I mean, it's definitely not as good as pre-Biden ammunition stocks were. I remember going to Walmart and they pretty much had more ammo than they knew what to do with. Let's see here. See more ammo, but it's still high. Yeah, and it's going to be. It's inflation, man. There's nothing we can do about it. The amount of money that things cost are ridiculous. Um, let's see. Oh, I went and bought a few things today at Walmart, and I was really just taken aback. I picked up. They had these. So they had these floor mats for your car that are like they're raised and basically they would catch water and stuff like that. They're just if you live in the woods, you can't have a fancy set of floor mats. You're going to destroy them. So I saw them in the clearance aisle, and they were like $15, right? And then I was like, well, I'm gonna grab those. That's better than asking. Good to go. And so I'm walking around, and I ended up back inside the auto parts or automotive section of Walmart. And I happened to go walking right past the floor mats, and I see the same exact set of floor mats for like $5 cheaper. And I'm like, well, screw this. And so I throw the ones that are on clearance down on the shelf, and I grab the one that's hanging there with all the other ones for the same exact price. And then I go to check out, and they wanted $36 for these floor mats. And I'm like, whoa, that's no, there's something wrong with that. So it's like, come on. And let's be honest with you guys. $36 for Walmart floor mats? Yeah. Some of these things, and you guys have to, they require an ID, and that's when I draw the line. I got you, Jagula. But some of these things, you have to remember that it's not just the inflation. When we hit deflation, and there's more product than we know what to do with, what they're going to do is try to keep the prices as high as they can for as long as they can until people stop buying those products. And then that's when deflation will get it to its worst. Now, as long as the government doesn't offset that by trying to print more money, we won't go into hyperinflation. If you guys didn't know, and I don't want to use the word crash, I want to use the word, what's the word I'm looking for a crash? A reset? It'll come to me in a second. Everything is going to have to get reset as far as prices here in the United States. And the companies are going to try to keep the prices of things as high as they can for as long as they can so that they can make as much money as they can during that period of time. And excuse me, I'm loosening the laces on my shoes because they're really, really tight. During that period of time when they want to keep the prices as high as they can so they can make as much money as they can. So we have to remember that that's going to happen. No, not a recession, not a recession. It's a stock market term of basically when a stock market crashes, they call it something else, and I'm trying to remember what it is. Now you got me really thinking hard here. But anyway, so when that happens, everything's going to lose its value. And it's going to lose its value because people are going to stop buying stuff because they can't afford to buy anything, but worse, they don't have any more money to buy those things with. And that's what we're running into right now. It is starting. If you guys haven't followed the Economic Ninja, he's probably my top financial guy. There's another one, I think it's the GPS guy or something like that. He dives deep into the markets. I probably watch one or two of his videos a day. He's pretty active. But if any of you are into Bitcoin, then you know that you lost a buttload of money. Don't get out. No, it's not a depression. It's going to come to me too. It's going to come to me. I'm going to type market changes. And I'm going to hope that my internet can catch up. Reset. It's not a reset. Causes change to the markets. Controversy, supply and demand. Oh, you're killing me. changes, trends, landscapes, management, definition, market crash definition. Let's try that. Damn it. All this in less than 1 year of taking office. Yeah, unfortunately, FOD, you're absolutely right. Now, there's some things that we can't blame on the guy, but we were in tip-top shape. We were doing better than we had done in over 50 years. Everybody was happy, except for like 30% of the population who just hated Orange Man, and that, I want to say don't even get me started, but I want to start. I want this kind of crap bothers me because, and you guys should be paying attention to this. These people don't care. They don't care. The president's approval rating is in the mid 40s right now. It was like in some polls around 37. The vice president polls even lower. The House is polling even lower. There's no confidence in our government. None whatsoever. There's just a handful of people that seem to be fighting just as hard as they can. Now, I like to think that there's good news on the horizon. But that's it. That's way out there. Technically, it's 3+ years away. But there's good news on the horizon. Here's why. And people sometimes they don't put two and two together. And the media is not telling you a lot of stuff. Okay? What do we got here? Only care in election year. Very true. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, government. Window liquor. What's going on, man? But so there was an election in Virginia for a representative seat down out of Virginia Beach. And that was a state representative seat, within the state legislature. And that actually had to do a recount, and then there was actually a court battle, and a judge yesterday said, hey, this is over with. That guy won. That guy's a Republican. So now they have a Republican majority in the Virginia state legislature. Well, wait a minute. We just recently had an election in Virginia where a Republican candidate won and is now the incumbent, well, not incumbent, but the inbound governor of Virginia. Not a peep from the mainstream media. Not on Fox News, not anywhere that I could find. Because Virginia, a traditionally blue state, just flipped red. The legislature and the governor. Yeah, they can fix things in Virginia. They can reverse bad things. They can create other things, better things. But not a word was said on any news platforms whatsoever. And I had just caught it out of some article that I was reading. I was like, what? So I think that they're doing everything that they can to minimize the red wave. But if it's not making headlines, no one wants to talk about it. If it's not supporting their agenda, it doesn't make any headlines, and and if you remember too, because they were talking about this during the gubernatorial election that was just recently held here in Virginia, that we could turn red. This is a game changer. Oh my God. And they were talking like that on all of the networks. And then it happened. And the only people talking about it was Fox. And now Republicans own the legislature, and no one's talking about it. A blue state turned red. I would hope that that is systemic within the nation, that the red wave is bigger than we think it is, that voting, the way voting happened with Trump happens again in a year, and just knocking these people out. Window liquor, I can't put that on there, bro. Come on. See, look, there it is. Oh my God. Also, guys, in case you didn't know, just so you know, I'm not gonna be like, oh man, I remember when you were like real and you changed. I had a little bit of a come to God moment yesterday. Yesterday, the channel went over 2,000 hours of watch time, which is actually pretty significant, even though the channel is still on track to reach its goal of 4,000 watch hours in another 2 months. But at that point, then now I get a whole buttload of more tools. There's a possibility of being monetized. No, I'm not selling out. But somebody actually asked me during the last live stream that I did, is there a way to, I don't see a button so I can support your channel, and I just pointed him towards the Patreon, which he never went to. I'm not saying any names because I don't remember who it was. But yeah, so I've got to start being more cautious with my language and not allowing some things to be typed out. Yeah. See, you did it right, Window Lecker. You see that? And that didn't take any effort whatsoever. If you guys see that, he had typed something else with like the emojis and fingers and all sorts of stuff. But I want to let you guys know, God, it sounds so cliche. I want to let you know, there's not going to change me at all, guys. Yeah, y'all remember Local Prepper before he sold out? Oh my God, that's too funny. That's absolutely 100% too funny. I want to be more like Joe Rogan. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if you guys watch Joe Rogan or not, because I remember I used to watch him when he first started out, and he was just like, woo, talking about psychedelic drugs and all sorts of stuff. But it's kind of funny how that guy, don't you guys remember the TV show that he used to have where it was like Freak Out or something, where it was a dare show, like 10 men enter, one man lead, and one man's leaves, and it was like this. All right, so you're gonna get in this giant glass box, and we're gonna fill it with snakes or tarantulas and scorpions. And if you could stay for the full 5 minutes, you get to move on to the next level. Fear Factor. It was called Fear Factor. If you guys got to look that show up, it's absolutely crazy. All right, so there's 3 of you left, and we know it takes a lot of heart. So we're gonna have you eat this raw moose heart. It was crazy. Yes, Window Liquor, you nailed it. Back when he had a pair. Mad Dog, what's going on, man? But yeah, it's but here's the thing. I think what it comes down to is as we get older, we get a little bit smarter. We don't get less daring, we don't get less wild, we just get a little smarter. And we do things that are more beneficial for us because, well, that's what people with wiser minds do. And I'm not wiser. I'd like to think that I'm still this crazy young guy running through the jungle with my M16. But when I wake up in the morning, sometimes you just don't feel that way. Anyway, but yeah, the old Joe Rogan and his show were pretty awesome. But it's ironic that he was doing that, and then UFC announcing stuff, and then somehow he became this guy that the whole world was listening to, the number one top podcaster on the planet, just with millions of subscribers. And obviously that's his moneymaker. Yeah, that's cool. But listening to the guy, it's like, whoa, this is the same guy who was doing LSD every day. It's mind blowing, because Kind of like watching The English Dude. He's a comedian and actor, quad racer in my dining room. Good dining room table. I still have that four-wheeler. Okay. Oh, they're coming in so fast. I was reading them all together. All right, get him to the Greek. He's got some serious insight. That English dude. He's a comedian and actor. Played in Get Him to the Greek. He's got some serious insight. Oh, I wish I knew who you were talking about, man. Let's see, Window Liquor. Fear Factor was on when I built a Suzuki 250 quad racer in my dining room. Still have that four-wheeler. Dude, I used to love quad racers. I bought one of those, the ones that Suzuki made, those yellow ones in the, it's like late 90s, early 2000s. They were, basically their plan was to sell race-ready quads. Let's see, Mad Dog says, hey, take what you can get. Keep telling the truth, hope for the best, and prepare for the worst. Yeah, exactly true. Exactly true. Listen, it's I haven't seen my boy from Puerto Rico in here. He's the one that's always giving me crap for my chicken coop. He wanted to see my chicken coop, and I told him I'd charge him $1 to see my chicken coop. So he got a little butthurt about that. I don't know if you guys actually saw that. What was it? It was like Masquerade Master, something like that. Anyway, he made a whole video on his little channel. And I say little channel because I want to talk down to him for a second. No. He made this video about me, and he used like scenes from the he would put like the talk bubbles like a cartoon on pictures from the scene from what is it? God damn it. What's the one? The Roman one? What's the Roman movie where they steal him? They make him a slave, and then he fights in the Gladiator. Yeah, and I just laughed at it the whole time, the absolute whole time. And I mean, I've got leather skin, so you can make fun of me all day long. I don't care. I would just think that you would need to have the same leather skin if you want to engage at that level. I still have not found that word for a stock market crash. It's not reset. It's not balance. It's not downturn. It'll come to me, or it won't. It's not a big deal. All right, what else we got to talk about, guys? While you're typing that, I'm going to do a little shameless self-promotion. Russell Brand, dude, I watch Russell Brand all the time. It's like this guy took a bunch of smart pills after he got clean, because he was as messed up as he portrayed himself in the movies. He found freaking the Hindu gods and whatever it is, and now this guy is like super philosophical and interviewing people that like change the world. And if you guys haven't seen Russell Brand on YouTube, you got to go find him. The guy is just unbelievably intelligent, super intelligent. Nope, not recession. Correction. That's what they call it. A market correction. And the reason is because a crash is normally indicative of things being overvalued. Currently, the market is overvalued by 50%. Or the estimates are that the market is currently overvalued by 50%. So if there were a market crash or correction, it would be correcting itself to its true value, which would mean 50% of its market value would be lost. Yeah. Yes, we found it. Correction. I feel like Schoolhouse Rock should be singing a song about correction right now. But Russell Brand's pretty awesome. Shameless promotion. If you're not on my Patreon, you are missing out. Absolutely missing out. I didn't know I was doing so much work. It's ridiculous. It tells me how many posts that I put up, and that post could have been an article that I wrote, something like today. I found something today on actually a pretty serious subject. I don't want to give it away because I actually made my own video that's very similar to it, um, and posted that 3 hour lecture from this PhD dude in psychology about something that preppers need to really think about. And then it tells me how many I've done. I've done in 2 weeks. I've done 35 videos, articles, posts, something. 35 in 2 weeks. That is incredible. That's an incredible amount of content. And it wasn't too hard to do. I just had to stop making videos for you guys. What do we got here? How late am I? Twiggy just showed up. Hey guys, Twiggy is brand new. Twiggy has a YouTube channel. Check him out. Yeah, there's not a lot of people there, but you know what? I watched one of his videos, and rule of thumb, if someone has a firearm in their video and they're talking about the Constitution, watch the whole video before you like it, because they could turn out to be a nutbag. Twiggy is not a nutbag. Let's see. Twiggy, welcome. You're not late. We've only been doing this for an hour and 6 minutes, and we'll probably go for at least another 55 minutes, something like that. All my 401ks still sitting in bonds, waiting for a crash. You're probably safe, bro. You're probably safe. Because once they finally figure out that all the... no, I think you're screwed. I hope they're not treasury bonds, are they? Because if they adjust interest rates even 1%, the taper, it could cause the crash. What do we got here? Panic selling, yeah, that too, bro. Bearish, yeah. All very correct, all very true. What do we got here? Window Liquor says, I don't think we're in debt. I think the almost 30 trillion is just reported amount of money the government has stolen from us. I wish that was true, but you know, the digital printing presses have been running 24/7 since January. Let's see. How's it going, Mad Dog? I guess you guys know each other. You're gonna like kiss in the shower, sing Kumbaya? I hope not. And if you do, that's your business. Let's see here. Fidelity. I guess you're talking about Fidelity bonds. I don't know what Fidelity bonds are, but something you guys could look at if you're interested in buying stock in something. There is I think it's called Rivian. I know a couple people that have bought into it. It's a openly traded electric car company that was jointly working with GM, but just last month they broke off ties with GM. Nobody knows exactly why, but their stock is still doing good and it's still really low, and you can buy it at a very low cost. Now, whether we like it or not, electric vehicles, it's not about the future, it's about what's going to happen. You know, believe it or not, the old local prepper, I used to drive a Prius. I had 2 of them. Super awesome cars. I called them, they're a cross between a golf cart and Star Trek. I used to get a lot of crap when I was on active duty in the Marine Corps about me driving my Priuses. And I would always laugh at them. It's like, they were like, oh yeah, you and your little girl car, does that thing fart girl farts? I was like, no, but when I went to the gas station, it only cost me $10 to fill it up. How much did your truck cost you? And then they're like, my manly truck. Oh, well, I had a truck too, but I just never drove the damn thing because I wasn't stupid. But yeah, so electric cars, they're here, man. They're here, you know, and the prices on the Teslas will eventually come down. The technology is so advanced, it's unbelievable. If you guys want to see the most advanced car on the planet, look for the, what do they call it? Let's see, damn it, what is it? It'll come to me in a second. It's Tesla's newest car. It's the type of, if they call it the type of cloth. It's not the Model S. Chemistry, no, no, no. The cheapest Tesla, no. Plaid, no, it's not. It couldn't be Plaid. There it is. Tesla Plaid. The current Tesla Plaid price. Now, so check this out. So it is being sold already, or at least taking orders. It's $129,000. It says starting from $129,000, but it's literally the most advanced car that's ever been made. It has it has 1,020 horsepower. It's the first car to ever go from 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. What do we got here? And it's just, look it up. It's a Tesla Model S Plaid, Plaid. But anyway, look at that. I think it's called Rivian. Look at that, and if you like that as far as a stock, I would say I would probably put a little bit of money on that. I am not a financial advisor. You invest at your own risk. There, disclaimer's been said. Where we at here? Mad Dog says he's doing good. COVID tried to kill me, but failed. Well, yeah, I mean, because I'm sorry. Listen, if you guys have never heard it before, I'm going to tell it to you right now. Very simple. Very close friend of mine had a mother, 83 years old, caught the coof. Couple days into it, she's not feeling so great. Goes to the ER. ER says, go get a test. If you're positive, let us know and we'll get things set up for you. She goes to get the test at the local Walgreens. An hour later, she finds out she's positive. She calls her doctor and says, I'm positive. Doctor says, I've been in comms with the ER. We know, okay. And come in on this day. It was like the next day, and we're going to start pumping you full of drugs. They pumped her full of every drug that they could legally give her, and she slowly got better. Like, I want to say it was like she was down for like 7 days, and now she has natural immunity. Magical. She's not, yeah. So, you know, I believe that 129,000 Outlook. Well, I've said the price is going to come down. It is the newest, most advanced car on the planet. So yeah, you know, hey, a 40-inch flat screen in like 2000 was $5,000. Now I can get a 62-inch or 72-inch flat screen for $800. So the price will come down. Anyway, back to the coof. She'd been healthy her entire life. She takes vitamins. She exercises regularly. She always stays active. So it just makes me believe that this thing only attacks prior inflammations, prior problems, or problems that have never come up. It basically just peels back to look into your layers and says, there's a problem we've never seen. Attack that. And if there's no problems, then it's 7 days later, you're fine. Let's see here. FOD says, Ape here looking for my AMC to rocket to the moon. Oh, well, I don't know, man. I don't know if AMC is going to do that. I think that honestly, I've been following it, but I think that was one of those things that's like they made a lot of money and they got out. I mean, it was like straight up, they forced it. I think the feds are actually still investigating that because that's illegal manipulation of the market. That's a felony, my friend. But anyway, so yeah, those guys got rich really fast and got out, and then everybody else is like, bleh. You know, it's like if you watch Bitcoin or Ethereum, I have both. I just threw a little bit of money into it to see what would happen so I could learn more about it. And every single day, Bitcoin's on the move, down $3, you know? Bitcoin's on the move, up $3. Like every day, that's all it does. That's all it is. These penny traders are going in there and selling low and buying high, and they're making $30 a day, you know, and that it doesn't do anything. What do we got here? Jagala says 98%. I don't know what that means, but I support your decision for 98%. Twiggy says 0 to 60 in 5 seconds gets me tickets. 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, I'll probably be going to jail or the morgue. Left my ass. Well, at 1,020 horsepower, you may be able to get away from their asses. There's videos of this thing running on professional racetracks, and the drivers can't keep. They're like losing their damn minds. They cannot get on it all the way. I mean, just in the period of time that would take them to call the helicopter in, you know what I'm saying? A motorcycle cop may have problems keeping up with his car. But that's all situational, and I can't endorse you breaking those kind of laws. Let's see here. Window Liquor says Twiggy 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. I'm getting away. Yeah, I think so. I ain't getting no tickets. Amen to that. Absolutely true, man. That's what I'm saying. There's a possibility. But yeah, there's actually like, there's a big Twitter, I guess, channel that does nothing but follow like Elon Musk, and it's like all Tesla owners, and they just post some amazing videos. Helicopters you can outrun. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, a helicopter can only go so fast. You know, those Bell Rangers, they say they can do about 210 miles an hour, but anything past about a 165, it really has a lot to do with if it's really hot outside, how much fuel they have. There's a lot of variables that can slow that helicopter down. Let's see here. A helicopter you can outrun. Damn, that'd be like an awesome commercial. Tesla. Tesla, the first car that you can buy that a helicopter can outrun. That's silly. All right, what else we got, guys? Anything good? Because my notes are, I did my ammo video. I did my video on the other thing that I can't tell you about just yet. And I'm doing one on some of the technology that's inside of our phones that nobody knows anything about. It's going to be for those people who love to play with technology. No, it's going to be for those people it's going to be for those preppers who hate their cell phones but still want to know how some of the really cool stuff behind the scene works. It's not going to be too techy. It's going to be basically a how-to. That's right. It'll be on my Patreon. So if you want to see it, hey, did you guys like that that video that I made about? Oh shit, I can't tell you about that either. Okay, so the video that I made about the chicken coop, where it's like, hey, let's go on out to the chicken coop, and then the rest of it was like, and you can watch the rest of the video on Patreon. How did you guys feel about that? Because I really had a lot of fun, and I want you guys to know that I'm not trying to make you do anything. I'm trying to let you guys have fun with it the way I have. That's that military dark humor. I want to, hey, get your kids this new Rubik's Cube. If you can't solve it in 30 seconds, it explodes. Just the silly stuff. What do we got here? Dodge Hellcat can outrun a police helicopter. Crotch rockets are fast. Yeah. I didn't think a Hellcat was a crotch rocket. Dodge Hellcat. I thought that was just a part of the RT line. Google. Dodge Hellcat. Yeah, it's a car. Okay. Oh, you're saying two things at once. Gotcha, bro. But it was pretty cool how you used the helicopter emoji. Yeah, I used to, when I did ride motorcycles, I was a crotch rocket guy. Gixxer. Yeah, those were the days when I was young and stupid. I think I'm more of a Harley guy now, but I just don't want to pay that kind of money for a motorcycle. I was actually thinking about buying a used enduro, like an enduro, something, hell, even maybe just like a 250 or a 500 or something, just to get, like if I wanted to roll to Walmart, I wouldn't, get in the Jeep because gas is getting so expensive. Gotcha. I caught that window, Liquor. Thank you for clarifying. Actually, I have this great picture of my daughter-in-law. She's like up in a pane glass window, and she's like, and then oddly enough, I have a picture of her daughter, one of my grandchildren, who's actually like got her face stuck to a window. So I always think about you, Window Licker, when you when you pop in. Man, this chat really sucks. It's like I can see it on my phone, but it doesn't pop through. Right here. I would like a bagger with tunes on it. I don't know. I guess a bagger is like, you're talking about like a Harley that's got freaking saddlebags? Yeah, okay. I don't know about the tunes. And you know what's messed up too is I always wanted to wear like one of those helmets that it's just like a cap, like your traditional American Harley Davidson type helmet. But I just can't stand the wind hitting my ears and it's like, you know. So I really do enjoy a full face helmet more than I do a standard helmet. Oh my God. All right, what else we got, guys? Hit me with a subject. Let's do something here because I really don't want to read off this. What I do is I take notes off of things that I've been reading throughout the day and use those as talking points with you guys. I think it's much more interactive when we talk about things that we want to talk about versus you guys listening to me give speeches on, you know, building your survival pantry or how to survive when the grid goes down, shit like that, you know. Live from the chicken coop at 6. That's a great video idea. That's my notebook. It's a funny one. Live. Oh, my pen just broke. All right, what do we got here? I like the blue Windex. It tastes better than the lemon scented. That is an outright lie. Everybody knows that the lemon scented Windex tastes much better. No, don't do that. Be smarter than the average bear. What do we got here? I have an old man bike. A Goldwing. Oh, I love it, man. But I'll ride anything with 2 wheels. Looking at doing some cafe bikes. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I really like those. Damn it, I can't remember the name of them too. Crap. My brain, it's like it knows. I honestly wonder if I'm like pre-Alzheimer's or something like that. Where are we at here? Honda, no, Zero. What's Zero Motorcycles? Welcome to Zero Motorcycles. What's Zero Motorcycles? BSA, no, I'm not talking about that. Property security is on my mind. People have been messing with stuff at my other property. Yeah, that's a serious problem, dude. I live in Washington and work in Portland, Oregon, and the shit I see, no saving Portland. Yeah, Portland's done, dude. Portland is the same as San Francisco. It doesn't matter. It's done. You know, once these people move in and they turn these cities upside down. Got a call phone deer cam on a couple regular ones. Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's got to be a way to secure that property. You know, one of the things that I've been able to do is I have at my other property I have those was it Wise cameras and hooked to the internet that I saw power and internet and everything there. And when anything moves in front of that camera, I get an alarm on my phone goes off. So yeah, definitely, and it's being recorded. So that's really the best you can do. That's one of my biggest fears is that one day my phone's going to go off and it's going to be showing me a video of somebody kicking inside my house and Now I got to call the sheriff and drive 5.5 hours to get there, and it's bothersome. It's bothersome. But yeah, as far as people going through stuff on your property, what I could recommend solidly is going online and buying some signs. You can buy signs from the major companies for alarms. They say that that could be an issue. They say that putting alarm signs out basically tells people that you have stuff inside your house worth breaking into. But that also goes against the thought process that people don't want to get caught. That thieves are lazy, and that they will only do what they need to do in order to get what they want. They won't sacrifice themselves, FOD. Story at 6. Oh, FOD, come on. Come on, man. But yeah, I mean, that's all you can really do is got a call phone deer cam. Is that Mad Dog? Is that like a deer cam that's battery powered that somehow messages you some way? That is really, if that's the case. If not, I just invented that TM, it's mine. But if it already exists, I would like to know about it. Good point, but dogs keep them away. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true too. Let's see here. Local Rhode Island Red weighs in. Gotcha. Cell phone deer cam sends pictures to my phone. How much is that? How much is that, Mad Dog? Because that is awesome. I gotta look at that right now. I had Z motorcycle pulled up. It's an electric dirt bike. It looks pretty fucking cool. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse my French. It looks pretty freaking cool. Cell phone deer cam. Learn to spell, dummy. Cell phone deer cam. Wow. Okay. Yeah. That one's got a big antenna on it. What do we got here? $100 Spy Point. Yeah, I'm seeing that. They got one on here for $89.98 at Micro 4G LT cellular trail camera. So this thing is all by itself. It literally just you just basically turn it on, or I mean, do you have to buy a what do they call it? A contract or a program with this thing? $4 a month plan is what I'm using. Okay. And is that just for one camera, or can you put multiple cameras on that plan? That is, I really, that, dude, that is like, I'm going to buy one. It's Christmas time and I want one of these things. Cell phone deer cam, 4 words put together to give me a prepper chubby. $250 on one camera. $250 what? Oh, 250 pictures. Gotcha. Of course, my internet is so slow that I have to peruse other things while I wait for that window to open. Ducati. That's the kind of motorcycle I was telling you that I like, the Ducati. Oh, these are cool. Electric motorcycles. Wow. I mean, I tell you what, I can't wait to get some real internet so I don't have to use my phone and you guys could like be looking at all the stuff that I look at. Don't worry, I won't like read stupid articles and shit unless you want me to. And stuff, unless you want me to. Cheaper than Wi-Fi. Wow. Wow. Anyone use the Harbor Freight cameras? No. Are they what are they? Are they cellular? Harbor Freight cameras. I'm gonna go Harbor Freight. Well, that's got an antenna on it. Vascular cellular Wow, that's neat. That's Tractor Supply though. Vosker V150 solar. So a camera that solar. Be opening that link right now. My phone just made a noise. Hold on one second, guys. I gotta swipe down real quick. What is that? I can't read that shit. My eyes are so toast. Mr. Weird. Oh my God. I'm gonna push this. If I lose you, I'll come right back. Okay, hopefully I didn't lose you guys. Did I lose you guys? Let me know. I'm kind of curious what happened with that. What do we got here? Anyway, they have electric four-wheelers and snowmobiles. Oh, I got you. Okay. That's kind of cool. Yes, I'm lost. Well, it says there's 8 of you here, so I don't know what the hell happened. I mean, like I had to check something on my damn phone, and it shouldn't have disconnected, but I don't know. Hopefully you guys will come back. We'll find out in a minute. Everybody check in. Type the number 1. Type the number 1. That digit, not O-N-E. Check in. Check. But I tell you what, that is absolutely awesome. Milkman, what's going down? Window liquor number 2. Let's see, let's keep it going. There's 8 of you in here now. This is where it's like the people that are watching, they don't actually have profiles, so they're like, yeah, gotcha, man, dog, digger. I'm telling you right now, man, that is absolutely, as soon as this damn page comes up, it went to Dick's Sporting Goods. Son of a bitch. Cell phone. That is absolutely mind blowing. Love the old 996 duck. Oh, somebody has been looking very close at my stuff there on the wall. I think that's what you're referring to. I hope so. Let's see. Yeah, I love that pattern. Let's see here. Yeah, that is so unbelievably awesome. Because I can put that damn thing anywhere. And then I wouldn't need to maintain the internet for like $72. Come on, internet. This is stupid. Ooh. App exclusive, $20 off, $100 plus get offer. No, it's okay. All right, so yeah. Wow, $89.98 was $149.99. SpyPoint Link Micro 4G LTE cellular trail camera. Bam. If you guys want the link, let me know. I'll drop it in the description. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway. Screw it. Yes, screw it. That's what I meant to say. It's a big link, but oh well. Oh man, it's so big it goes over. I can't post it because I got you. Go to tiny URL and we'll fix that right now. Bookmarks. Bitly. There we go. We'll fix that. Here we are. 6-pack. 6-pack. Did the government shut down today? I have no idea. I haven't even looked. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. You missed it, man. We were talking about freaking the government and how much we hate it. F5, fool. Come on. Let's go, Bitly. I need you, man. I need you to work. Go. Here we are. FOD, number one. It looks like it's working. I'm glad. So I don't know if I got disconnected. I think I just got disconnected, but I think, hell, I don't know. You guys are messing with me as much as I mess with you, so it's so hard to get a straight answer from you. Hey, was this thing, come on, man. This internet is so bad. I might have to close some of these boxes. CB, UV10R, Amazon, GMRS, Market Crash, Dodge. Oh man, that Zero Motorcycles, I'm gonna have to take a look at that, because that is just Fosker, solar, outdoor security camera. Yeah, that one is LTE powered as well. I'm gonna have to look at that one. I wonder if there's a price on it. I can't find a price on it. Add to cart. Online only, there's no price. But it's solar powered. I love that. I'm going to keep that link open. Maybe I can buy it someplace else. Bitly still has not opened. Open, Bitly, open. There we go. Good job. All right. Create your own. My eyes are just toast. Create. Enter long URL. Create. Created December 5th. Custom back half. Come on now. Copy. All right, now, there we go. Boom. Suck on that, YouTube. I also found this one too, guys. Let me get that one. That's the heart. That was, what was that? That was the, I don't know, remember which deal that was. All right. Copy. I hope I didn't lose that deal. Bitly. Upgrade, share. Okay. Let's go and create. Let's make you the solar powered one. Copy. You will get your money back in 6 months for not having to have internet connection with router. Yeah, definitely, dude. That is mind blowing. All right, so that's the solar power one that I found. All I got was an ED link. What? It's an ED link. It's working here, bro. I really hate saying that, but yeah, I just click the link right in the chat. All right, let's do this then. Here, let me hook you guys up, because if that didn't work, I don't know why it didn't work. So that's problematic for me. So we're going to go ahead and edit the description. I have the power. All right, so guys, if you go to the bottom of the description here in a couple of seconds, we call it sell deer cam. We're going to put that one there, and then we're going to get that other one. Copy link address. I'm going to put that one there. Whoa, that's a YouTube redirect. That's weird. Let's not do that. So yeah, I think I could just copy it. Oh, my eyes are toast. All right, here we go. All right, and then we're going to go save. I am not a, no, I get no money for these links. There, that way you guys know it's not me. Save. Okay, so down in the description of the video, I put those two links for you guys down there since it's not coming through for some reason. Mad Dog says they work for me. Link worked. One is Viagra, the other is Cialis. I'm here to tell you, man, Viagra is awesome. Such imagination. Such imagination. But yeah, I like this battery powered or this solar powered one. It's $200, but just the idea is unbelievable. It's like somebody, let's get a few smart people together and make this thing work right. But anyway, so I'll get with those. I'll look at those later. Where are we at here? I need to get off of that because that is just hurting my eyeballs. What do we got here? Touche. Where we got here? Thanks works. Mad Dog. What is a good survival boot? In my opinion, FOD, he actually thinks the links don't work. I know the damn links work. You didn't fool me, mister. Okay, what's a good survival boot? Oh, man. A boot that won't tear your feet up, that the sole won't fall off of, that is semi-waterproof and won't cost you over $100. Use those 4 variables and you'll be okay. Everybody is different. This is why I know these things, is because I used to actually write articles for a footwear company. And I had to I'd worn boots for years, but I had to be able to use like all the descriptors that identify the nomenclature of the boots, and then know the different wearing points of different pieces of footwear. I know what ED is. All I got was an ED. Like, I know what ED is. All right, you got me, okay? You got me. You want me to stay honest? You got me. But anyway, back to footwear. There's honestly any military boot. I'm not a fan of Danners because they have a tendency to fall apart. They're probably some of the more comfortable boots, but any modern military boot is probably going to do you just fine. I always recommend that you get the the ones with the 8-inch. I think it's 8-inch. Hold on a second. Basically, a full length boot. The boots that are like hiking boots that just go up to your ankles, just go over the top of your ankles, they consistently will rub the hell out of your ankles if you're in them for long periods of time. Also, if you walk into anything that is like extremely porous, that could get like sand, that could get up around the edges of the boot, and now it's going to go inside of the boot, you're going to have a bad day. When I hiked Mount Fuji the second time, I actually had, that's right, I hiked it twice. I'm really stupid. I had the ankle high hiking boots that I thought were great. And they were until I started to go up one side. And well, Mount Fuji's a dead volcano. And so going down the other side, it's nothing but volcanic rock that's been grounded into sand. And so you're just pounding, you're going down and you're just pounding your feet into this super porous rock, and it's like going right over the tops of the edge of the boots. So I I always recommend a full size boot. I can't remember the name. And don't buy a name brand boot. Buy a name brand boot. I know that Danner has some halfway decent boots now, but they didn't in the past. Buy a modern boot, because modern boots have very short break-in periods. Let's see here. A boot broken in is a good boot. That's true. FOD says I'm not a bot. Yeah, whatever, FOD. If SHTF, I'm wearing clown shoes. I would like to see pictures of that. I think that you're full of crap. That's what I think. Jagula, I currently wear Danners for work, but not for anything else. Well, I mean, Danner is one of the best steel-toe shoes or steel-toed boots. Um, I actually have a pair of boots, and I can't remember. I think they were like Valkyries or some crazy name, some name combination, grizzly bear, viper, scorpion, something call sign. Bought them from Walmart. They're steel toes, but they're really, really comfortable. And they have the all the lower soles are leather, and it's a partial leather upper too. TGIF in the side. Yeah. Okay. He designed a shoe for blondes that had TGIF. I couldn't remember where we at here. Red Wing, lacrosse are a few I had good luck with. Yeah. Toes go in first. Come on. All right, FOD. Are you drinking a lot of alcohol, or if you just hit that level where it's just all humor to you? What do we got here? I won't be wearing military boots, probably Justin's Georgia boots or Red Wings. What is I wear every day? Yeah, I mean, they're not for everybody, but the modern military boots, and I'm trying to remember if you, hold on a second, Army regulations for boots, and it's yeah, there you go. So basically, you want to. I would say that any boot that is Army Regulations 67-1 compliant are going to be good boots because the Army went through this period. I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 years back, where they were letting their soldiers wear pretty much anything as long as it looked okay. And they were starting to wear some really crazy funky stuff, and then they started having foot injuries and all sorts of stuff. So they changed the regulations for the Army regulations for the boots, and now those boots are basically the standard. So anything that's AR 67-1 compliant is generally a good boot, and then that'll give you some. The name of the site that I used to write for is actually called AR67, something like that. But they may have changed. AR67.com. Yeah, all right. Yeah, if you dig deep enough, you might actually find some of my articles in there. That's too funny. That is too funny. I can't believe you guys are taking me down freaking memory lane here. What do we got here? I would like to try some military boots. They might be more comfortable and durable. Had a pair of flight boots back in the day. I wish I could locate some just like them. Yeah, I know, man. I tell you, my favorite boots in the whole world. I wore these things in cold weather. I wore them in the jungles. I wore them in the deserts. They were just the best. Original green and black jungle boots. Unbelievable boots. And what we would do was, those were back in the day when you had a field uniform and you had a garrison uniform. Why? Because the regulations for garrison uniforms were just through the roof stupid. But anyway, bare feet, I can run faster. Good to go, man. There's 10-4 things. I will take a look. Jagula, Window Liquor. I bought some 511. They wear great. Yeah, 511 makes good boots too. But you know, you're talking about a survival situation, and I just look at it from the perspective of there are certain things that you don't mess with. Like with me, my sidearm, it's got to work every single time. So it's got to be out of the box. It's going to work, and that's the Glock. People will argue with me. Say that's great, that's fine. You spend $1,000, and I'll spend $500, and I'll use that difference for ammunition. But this is boots in a really bad situation. One, you gotta break in the boots. So it's not like, oh, I'm gonna put on these brand new boots because the world is ending. Yeah, well, the apocalypse doesn't care if you don't have boots that you've been wearing that are broke in. You know, so now it's like wet feet suck. Very true, Jagula. Very true. But boots need to be, contemplate for a second. Let's take the stupid stuff out of here, okay? Contemplate for a second. You're in a bad situation, and you now are wearing a pair of shoes that either hurt your feet, are damaging your feet, are uncomfortable, or are not protecting your feet in the environment that you're in. So you really do get what you pay for. So I always stick to an actual standard in those situations to make sure that I'm going to be good. So let's see here. I'm going to, where are we at here? I'm going to share a link with you guys of AR67-1 compliant boots that, no, I'm not a brand ambassador. I'm just some guy sharing his knowledge with you. Crocs, get the fuck out. Get out of here, window licker. Get out of here. But yeah, I used to write articles for this company. That's too funny. Review articles. Oh, wow. There's no way. It's been too long. There's no way that my articles are in here. Compliant Army sunglasses, don't care. Belts, t-shirts. There's no way. Yeah, there's not. Yeah, they've changed the website, so. And that's good. Because that was a long time ago. No, I might have wrote that one. I'm not sure. Coat, Army green. No, okay. Got to kill that one. All right, what do we got here? Let's see. Yeah, everybody's looking at the link now. Yeah. Old guy's not stupid, is he? Yeah. All right. Hey, while you're looking at that link, I'm going to get some more of the libation. It'll take me about 1 minute. All right. Let's see what we got here. My feet get hot and sweet. I need something that breathes a little. Well, I mean, most of the military boots will breathe, but that's each their own. Maybe you just need a lightweight boot. I prefer lightweight boots. I used to have Influencer, he is. But yeah, I mean, take it seriously because the reality is that footwear is important in an SHTF situation. It's just that easy. I keep a pair of waterproof hiking boots in the back of my Jeep. I mean, most of the time I'm either in a pair of running shoes or I have my standard leather boots on. All right, that's enough boot stuff. Sounds dirty when you say it like that. Boots. Let's talk about boot stuff. I'm still gonna buy that damn. I'm gonna be really looking at that solar powered outdoor camera. Got my attention there, buddy. Definitely got my attention there. Cell phone deer cam. All right, guys, where are we at? All right, well, I mean, I'll keep going if you guys want me to keep going. Looks like we got the same people hanging out here. What else you want to talk about? Give me a subject. Window liquor, don't be giving me no crazy stuff. I gotta learn to talk like a freaking DI hat, you know? Everything's got to have a different name, so it's not to offend the YouTube gods. And yeah. Just this month, I went over, had a little HP. Okay. Just this last month, we also went over 200 videos uploaded onto YouTube. So basically, I'm halfway to my 4,000, so I have to make 200 more YouTube's videos in the next 2 months. That's a lot of damn videos. Let's see what we got here. F5 on that. Give me that. I saw something pop up. I noticed LA Gear wasn't listed on those shoes. Well, yeah, probably. Her. Let's see. Thinking about buying a combat shotgun, or at least one that's, small enough to be, basically be able to use for like CQB or something, you know what I'm saying? Not like some big old long, whoa there. Yeah, I didn't know I could reach the camera stand from here. Not some big old, goose gun or anything like that. I was thinking about buying one of those. That's my only, I'll tell you what I was also thinking about too was a 7.62 by 39 bolt action rifle. FOD message retracted. Were you not happy with your post, FOD? Did you feel as if you'd gone overboard? There's no telling, man. Do you prefer aluminum foil or tin foil for your hats? Aluminum foil, because tin foil is much more expensive and harder to find. Duh. Let's see here. I can hear him peeing in there. I was not. I was pouring the beer. I was pouring the libation for my friend in the other room. I can hear him peeing in there. Oh my God. But no. They make, Ruger makes a, let's see, Ruger 7.62 by 39. Where are you at here? American Ruger rifle. I love it. I wonder what the price on this thing is. I ran across it today. If you guys didn't know, I'm an AK guy. Let's see, Sega 12 gauge 30 round drum. That's I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's like owning a howitzer. What are you really going to do with it? You know what I'm saying? What are you really going to do with it? You definitely want one, but what are you going to do with it? Blow stuff up. But I mean, you kind of have to look at it realistically. In my personal view, every prepper needs 3 firearms, okay, and they're all for specific things. You need, I guess, what someone would categorize as an assault rifle, which is dumb. You need a sidearm, you need a shotgun, and you need a long gun, bolt action preferably, because they are all specific tools. You know what I'm saying? One's for a gunfight, one's for One is for your AR is or AK is for your gun for a gunfight. You know, your shotgun is for home protection. Your sidearm is for just in case, and your long gun is your surgical instrument. You know, they all have a function, and obviously it's going to be based on where you're located, your surroundings, and your situation. But those are the four that every prepper should have, and that's the one I'm missing is the shotgun. Where are we at here? An old Henry. I think those are really cool, but I don't really like that whole thing. I don't know. It seems a little slow and rudimentary. Let's see. Window liquor. Have you tried merino wool socks? I don't know if that's a serious question or not, but if you're buying wool socks and they're not merino wool, you are making a mistake. It's that easy. That's actually what I hike in when I do my long distance hikes. Lever action. I'm not a fan of lever action. It's actually pretty hard on your hands, and your hands and your feet are your most important tools. They connect directly to your brain. Without any one of those things, you're kind of in trouble. You're kind of in trouble. Yeah, I'm not a fan of lever action weapons. They are cool, it's like the Old West and a piece of American history, and they definitely do. Old Henry does make quality rifles. I will give them that. They're just not my. They don't fit any of the criteria. Okay, they don't fit the criteria for a good bolt action or a long gun. They don't fit the criteria for home defense. They're not a backup weapon, and they're not good in a gunfight. I picked up a Stroger 12 gauge semi 6 rounds, decent. It's a company from Benelli. Oh, really? Okay, let me see. Stroger. Benelli makes good shotguns. The only thing I don't like about Benelli's is that that's a lesson learned. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you a story from the Marine Corps procurement line. The Marine Corps has been using the Mossberg 500 since it was able to be bought by the U.S. government. Mossberg 500 is easily the most reliable shotgun on the planet. That's the thing about a window liquor. That's the thing about merino wool. It doesn't make you itch. It doesn't make you itch at all. I mean, unless you're allergic to it, but you won't itch. Anyway, so the Marine Corps has been using the Mossberg 500 for 1,000 years, and they started to get into the non-lethal world when it first came out. Well, they went out and bought a whole buttload of non-lethal beanbag and plug rounds for the shotguns, so they could start teaching riot control and non-lethal munitions. And then, in their infinite wisdom, they started buying the Benelli combat shotguns. I don't know if you've ever seen these things before. They're really cool. The only problem is that the plug rounds and the beanbag rounds for shotguns for 12 gauge are just a little longer, and they wouldn't chamber properly. What was even worse was they wouldn't make it through the choke that came on the shotgun, and the choke was not adjustable. So they literally bought a whole buttload of these shotguns, these Benelli shotguns, which are state of the art, and weren't able to do non-lethal missions with them. I stand by my 870 Express. 870 Express, that sounds familiar to me. 870 Express. It's a Remington, that's good. Images, 870 Express, show me pictures. Oh yeah, I know this. Yeah, I mean, this is Remington. This was just, yeah, do you have the automatic version? I mean, I don't mind. I don't have a problem with automatic shotguns. I just don't, I'm just not a fan of them as far as, well, I guess there's nothing wrong with them, to be honest with you. The Stroger is around 500 new. My internet's coming up really slow. Let's see, Stroger, shotgun Stroger. Well, apparently they make pistols too. Do you got any info on that? That's interesting. That's some cool looking pistols. That, and I also wanted to. I always make sure that if I buy a shotgun, that you can put an extension on the feed tube. I'm allergic to wool. That's the only allergy I have. Gotcha, window liquor. No wool for you, my friend. These Stroger pistols are actually pretty cool looking. Never heard of the brand. I don't really. I'm not a gun aficionado. I just stick with what works. So that kind of keeps me out of the hole. Have you seen the Mark 24? It's kick-ass, man. It's definitely better than the Mark 23. You have the pump version. I prefer the pumps. But you know, now that I think about it, the automatic's not a bad idea. I mean, it's definitely faster. It's definitely faster. And you do kind of lose that whole, scare them out of your house mentality using the pump. But I mean, you could just charge it and you would still get the same effect. I think that they would realize that noise, if you wanted to go down that road. Damn, wow, that is a freaking awesome looking. Wish I could post pictures in here. That's a Stroger P3000. Super. Did somebody put that in the chat? No. Yeah, look at, oh my God. Stroger P3000 Super Defensive Pump Shotgun. That looks like that's going to give somebody a bad day. It's got a folding stock on it. It's got an air style stock. It's got a pistol grip on it. It's got the combat big front sights on it, the extended mag tube. I like that. But that's probably way out of my budget. So once they put the tactical on something, it always goes right out of your budget. That's all right. Believe it or not, I actually have a pellet gun that I can use to put down rabbits and squirrels. If you're good at it, I mean, we should all, as kids, most of us came up firing pellets and BB guns. But at a certain point, you can get good at it, and it's better than spending money on 22 ammo. I think you can get a thing of pellets for like $2, like 1,000 pellets. Stroger M3000, huh? Let me take a look. Tell you what, that P3000 looks pretty good. I bought a Mossberg Maverick cheap at Academy Sports. I got you. Yeah, I like that. That M3000, that is nice. The Freedom series. I guess they come in different variants, but that M3000 Freedom series looks really nice. Automatic. It's got the 18.5-inch barrel. I like it. I like it a lot. What do we got here? Mossberg Maverick, huh? Let's see what. I forgot that Academy Sports sells guns. I forgot all about that. Oh yeah, I like that. Does that how does that thing work? I mean, is it got the thumb safety or the button safety? Airsoft guns are deadly. They are, dude. You can do more than take an eye out with it if you know how to shoot somebody. But I'm kind of curious that I can't get a close enough picture and my eyes are failing me badly. What kind of safety does it have on it? Because I can't stand button safeties. I got to have that push-up thumb safety like the Mossbergs. 239 Maverick 88 Security Black 12 gauge 3-inch pump shotgun 20-inch barrel. I like it. Come on now. Show it to me. Show it to me. No, I think it's just got. I still like it. And for $239 at Sportsman's Warehouse. Okay, well, it's got the safety button in the front. Oh, I like that. See, I can't stand the ones that are in the back of the trigger well. It's like you have to go like this before you shoot. Can't stand them. But that's not a bad idea. As long as that is off safe. If that's on safe, that's a problem. Sun uses Mossberg 500 on missions, and they shoot flares to signal civilian boaters. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm sure there are other guns out there like this Mossberg, this Maverick 88. I mean, they look great. They look great, but there's that between between its trigger, between its general design, and the safety. I love that safety that's up, that ridge safety or that spine safety. I love that because you can literally just click, you're good. I like that safety because that's the same one that was on the M40A1s. I like it a lot. But I'm back on that. So Ruger makes it's called the American Ranch Rifle. And it's a short-barreled bolt-action 7.62 by 39, which means it takes the same rounds that the AK takes. You have different size, and it uses a magazine well, so you actually can have, I think it's like 3, 5, 10, and possibly 30 round clips inside of it, or magazines. KY, Kentucky, I'm here, lurking. Hard day today. Well, if you're still breathing, you're still standing, and you can drive, your day is just fine, my friend. Can you put a binary trigger SA on an automatic shotgun? I don't know. That sounds like a trick question because I don't know what a binary trigger is. Binary trigger, huh? I think I'm going to Google this just to see if you're messing with me. Binary trigger. Binary triggers, Franklin Armory. Okay, it's something new. I like it. I couldn't answer your question. Maybe somebody else can in the chat can answer your question. I don't know. You know what? Binary trigger, and you're talking about it on an automatic shotgun. Automatic. Binary trigger for semi-automatic auto shotgun. Yeah, I think it's possible, but a lot of people are saying that it's only really good for like tactical and competition use. A binary trigger won't make sense on 2 of those. If you use the shotgun for hunting, it won't hold more than 2+1 or 3+1. If you do rapid fire and it gets cut off, it's a Reddit link, and I don't do Reddit. Where are we at here? So it looks like it's possible, but they say it's not a good idea. I bought a Stevens 12 gauge shotgun, shot it one time, and nope, it kicks like a horse. Violent. Stevens 12 gauge. What the hell is that? So if it's not a military weapon, I don't know what the hell it is. Savage Stevens 12 gauge pump action shotgun. Come on, linkage. What are we at here? Grandfather had an old 10 gauge shotgun, thing kicked like a drunk meat. Yeah, exactly. So it's yeah, it looks like a little combat shotgun. It's $209 at Academy. Stevens 320. Yeah, I guess it just didn't have any kind of buffering whatsoever. It's a pain in the ass when you shoot. I tell you what, one of the best shotguns I ever owned is a Youth 20 gauge. You know, it's kind of funny because, so let me throw this theory out. If I shoot you from, say, 30 feet, and I have 2 shotguns, and they both have the same length barrel, okay? They're completely unchoked, but they have the same barrel, right? And one of them is a 12 gauge shotgun, and the other is a youth 20 gauge shotgun, what would be the difference? What would be the difference of the person being shot with double aught buck? They're both firing double aught buck. What would be the difference? I'll wait. Theme from Jeopardy playing in my head. You can type some or you can type none. And if you're smart, we'll see what you type. Wouldn't be a difference at that range. The truth is, it wouldn't be a difference at any range. Double aught buck is like any other shot. It'll only go as far as it's supposed to go. So if that's the case, then why wouldn't you want the smaller, lighter weapon that's actually easier to control and wield and fire even faster? I wonder if there's a price difference. Let's see. I'm going to go with Mossberg 500, and I'm literally just going to Google this. Mossberg 12 gauge pump price. Okay. Price and value. 12-month average value is $437 new and $317 used. Remember those numbers. Now I'm going to change this to youth 20 gauge. $359. Nice. So it's actually cheaper. Okay? It's actually cheaper. So not only do you have the same quality shotgun because it's made by Mossberg, but all you've really done is change the chamber/barrel size, and you're still firing double aught buck, so you're still getting the same amount of buckshot out of the end of the barrel, and you're getting the same pattern because the barrels are the same length, and now you have a lighter, more versatile weapon. Now, the drawback is that 20 gauge is a less used shell than a 12 gauge. Now, obviously, the 12 gauge is more prominent. But if you think about that and you start talking about the calibers to stock up on, the 5 calibers to stock up on, then you have to wonder why no one's ever thought of that before. Where are we at here? Let's see. Twiggy says, at range, you get more pellets with a 12 gauge. Increase your hit likelihood, wouldn't it? No, because it's double aught buck. Double aught buck has the same amount of buckshot in it as regardless if it's 12 gauge or if it's 20 gauge. Where are we at here? The choke and the barrel, laugh out loud, a tight pattern or scatter. Oh yeah, that's why I said unchoked. I never use choked because choked, you actually would have to remove the choke if you wanted to fire a slug. And if it's an SFTH situation, you don't know what type of ammunition that you're going to be able to get your hands on, and you've just now limited yourself. Where are we at here? You pull the trigger, it fires a shot. You release the trigger, it fires. Oh, wow. Is that the type of trigger that you're talking about? The binary trigger? Is that what you're talking about, FOD? Because I never heard of that before. That's basically 2 shots for 1 squeeze is what it comes off, because you got to take your finger off the trigger. It's kind of weird. Okay. The more you learn. I'm not sure if you're talking to me or FOD, but either way, it's very interesting. Maybe that's why I haven't bought a shotgun yet, or bought a new shotgun yet, is because I used to have the 20 gauge youth model and really liked it. I guess the big problem that I had with it was I actually went and bought a tactical stock for it, and it didn't fit right, so I had to modify the stock. And then by the time I made all those modifications to it, I ended up selling it without actually putting in a lot of wear and tear on it to see if that stock was going to work. I think it was like a Blackhawk tactical stock. for 12 gauge, but I was able to modify it to fit inside the coupling for a 12 gauge into a 20 gauge. Milkman, join the chat. Got it gone. All right, Milkman. We'll talk to you later, bro. Peace. It is. What time is it? It's 9:24. We're going pretty good here. I know that last fireside chat. Hopefully, I know some of you saw that. That one was actually pretty good, making those Swiss fire logs. And when I was making the video for that, I actually kept calling them Swedish fire logs because I guess I just like the Swedish chef. That's what we kept playing in my little brain housing group. But that one was interesting. I did end up finding a very small amount of fat wood and was able to actually show that on camera, what that actually looked like. What is none? I don't know. What is none? One is none. Two is one. One is none. That should answer your question. Mossberg 500 Youth Super Bantam 20 gauge pump shotgun. Yeah, also too, you guys should know that I'm never going to show any kind of firearm on here simply because as part of YouTube guidelines, you can do it as long as you don't like idolize it, basically create oohs and ahs over it, and you can never do it on a live stream. Hey, local prepper, how are you doing, brother? Hey, Irish, hey, man, what's going on? I was wondering when you were going to show up. The youth would be seen better for CQB. Yeah, it could be. It could be. So here's the thing, guys. A lot of people don't really think about it, but if it's a true SFTH situation, there's a very good chance and likelihood that many people will be taking a saw to their shotguns, because at that point, you're almost probably looking at a rule of law situation where, without rule of law situation where barrel lengths just don't mean anything anymore. And shotguns, unless you actually need to hunt with them, they're more effective at close range with very short barrels. So yeah, with CQB, it is better with CQB. I'm looking at the Mossberg Youth Super Bantam 20 gauge pump shotgun. It's currently out of stock, of course, but it's actually pretty interesting, and it actually has some butt pad extensions. Let's see here. Irish Prepper, been busy prepping up this week. What have you been prepping up? Everybody told me, well, one dude did, what their preps were this week. And the only thing apparently one person did was rice. So rice in 5-gallon containers. So Irish, what have you done to prep today? Let's see. Window Liquor, Remington HHR 17 is a nice little rifle. They're on point. Okay. Let's see. Remington HHR 17. I'm interested. I think I'm probably going to end up buying a shotgun here soon. If I don't buy that Ruger, I really got my eyes on that Ruger 7.62x39 rifle. Show me a picture. Show me images. It's just showing pictures of bullets. It's not showing me. Oh, there it is. 17 HMR, 17 W7. That's a pretty gun. That is a pretty gun. The only thing is like I never contemplated it until today because, like I said, I'm not a gun guy. I am just what works is what I stick to. Crossbow silent for hunting in SHTF. I know I have one. It's pretty awesome. But that's not one of the top 5 calibers. You guys are gonna love this video that I was working on today about the top 5 calibers. You guys are absolutely going to love it. And it may be a little overboard and far-fetched, but like I said, if you can't have fun, I don't know, maybe you're just doom and gloom, man. Weirdest thing, dropped my 20 gauge and barrel landed on saw blade. Short story. Oops. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. People do things, whether that's a joke or the truth, doesn't matter. You know, when my ex-wife's father died, they asked me to go through his house because they knew that he had guns stored everywhere. He was one of those people that followed the 20-foot rule. If you don't know what that is, the general rule inside of home defense is that you should have a firearm within 20 feet of you at all times. So people will store firearms in closets, inside of cans. They'll just put them in the weirdest place. And where they got the number 20 is because statistically, the FBI statistics show that someone with a knife can get to you within 21 feet of you actually determining that an attack is happening. So they can pull their knife and move 21 feet before you shoot them, essentially. So they use the 20-foot rule because that gives you 1 foot to play with. I don't know where people come up with these statistics, but thank you, FBI. Let's see. Great rule to live by. Let's see here. I'm sorry. But anyway, so I was going through the guy's house after he died, and then I found guns everywhere. I actually found a double barrel shotgun that both the stock and the barrels were cut down to where it was just a pistol. Let's see here. Let's see. 17 is small caliber, like a beefed up 22. I got you. You're going to absolutely love my 5 caliber video. And you're not even going to know that. So the title of the video is Don't Watch This Video. It's totally nondescript. It's totally going to be clickbait. It's totally going to be over the top crazy. What do we got? Closing distance. Yeah, exactly. Behind every door. Yep, some people do that. I have my firearms. I don't really do that. I have them where I need them, but I mean, it's not, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, but I guess I'm more of a laid back prepper instead of local prepper. Let's see. You grab the kitchen chair, sink, everything if I'm not strapped. You have been drinking tonight, Window Liquor. It is becoming very evident by each of your posts. But we still love you because no one's perfect, my friend. But yeah, and there was a time in my life when I did do the 20-foot rule. The problem is guns are expensive, and that's a lot of damn guns. I mean, what's the breakdown? If you live in a 1,200 square foot home, what's the breakdown? How many Liberty launchers do you need to follow that rule? I mean, how many guns are duct taped to the back of the toilet? Oh, we're out of here. That's too funny. Yeah, I'm still on that, man. I still can't get that Savage out of, where's it at? Not Savage, Mossberg, Ruger. That Ruger American rifle out of my head. I'm looking at it and it looks just, here, hold on, let me share it with you guys. It looks just like the original M24 Blackout that the Army bought for their snipers. It looks just like it. What I really like about it is that it has a threaded barrel, so that you can put things on it if you need to. I didn't even look and see if there's a price on this. I think it's just the Ruger site. The Ruger site itself is going to tell me. Ruger American Ranch Rifle price. Let's Google that. It can't be that bad. Where are we at here? Capacity 5, barrel length 16. Ooh, suggested $639. I bet I can get it used. Okay, so 12 months average price is $512 new and $411 used. The average, no, wait a minute. 408 used. Let's see. All right, FOD. Good night. Thanks for hanging out, man. I appreciate your time. I don't judge. Yeah, I'm really interested in that Ruger. I wonder if there's a cheaper 7.62 by 39 volts action rifle. I wonder if there's any others out there that are okay. CZ527. Okay, what is that? That sounds interesting. Best 7.6239 rifles. Oh, here we go with the top fives. 7.6239 rifles for sale on Classic Firearms. No. You guys ever see, I'm not drinking, it's food poisoning. Have you guys ever seen, I'm not joking, man, like the price of a no joke, legit Soviet, SVD rifle. And it's not a sniper rifle. I don't care what anybody says, it's not a sniper. Soviet doctrine will tell you that it's not a sniper rifle. It was a squad marksmanship rifle. It is not even to the quality of a sniper rifle. Those things are almost $5,000. Last time I looked, they were like $3,000, but with the economy the way it is, out of stock. Sahoya makes a lot of these. Legacy Sports, no, out of stock. Everything is out of stock. Oh well. It's so interesting how the world does that. Mini XL TB Feast out of stock. What is that? That's cool looking. It's got a short build. It's kind of cool. See, the problem is a lot of people don't understand the 7.62 by 39. Yeah, we're still on. The 7.62 by 39 munition itself. It's a very good munition, and the projectile itself is reasonably stable. But the AKAs, not the AKs, AKs are designed, all the parts are loose. So you don't have the stability of like a solid floating barrel. You don't have the millimeter, the micromillimeter measurements that are used to make an AR, and so you lose range. They say 300 yards is about the furthest you want to shoot an AK. I've shot them further and hit man-sized targets, hint, hint. But one of the big problems with AKs is their actual sighting system, which you can fix. You can actually take off its rear sight that's in the center of the rifle, which is a really stupid place. And you can buy a third-party rear sight, round rear sight aperture that will just click right onto the back of the rifle, and it makes it super accurate. But the gun itself is designed to be robust. It's why it's literally the best assault rifle or combat rifle ever made, because you can dunk in the water and it'll fire. You can fill it full of sand, dump the sand out, and jack that charge handle a couple times and it'll fire. But it's not super accurate out past the 300 yards. So if you combine that shell, that munition, with a stable platform that is more like a bolt action rifle, wow, I'm wondering what kind of range I could get out of it with a good optic on it and just spending time zeroing it. That's why I'm really kind of falling in love with the idea behind this bolt action rifle for 7.62 by 39. And 7.62 Kentucky, Yeah, 308s, bro. That was my primary weapon system for years. Um, um, M48-1, look it up. The Nerdle scope, look it up. They don't even make them anymore. They're about $5,000 rifles. They're all custom handmade. They're a mix between Remington and Browning parts. It's absolutely amazing. They make them they made them in Quantico, and that's the only place they were ever made. Um, but some things don't make any sense. It's like, when the Marine Corps used to use the inertal scope, UNIRT AL, I believe, or IL. And when they were buying that scope, the general idea behind a sniper rifle is because it has to shoot so precisely that the parts should be what they call bomb proof. I've had team members who have got pissed off on exercises and threw their rifles down the side of a mountain, went and snatched them up after a good ass chewing, and the next day been on the range and fired just fine. And that's all because of the way the rifle was put together and the actual scope itself. The Inertal company, when they were vying for the contract, they literally were told, what is the difference between your scope and these others? What makes you better? Why should we pick you? And the president of this really, really small company said, okay, and he took the scope off the rifle, which is normally a no-no, and he hammered a nail through a 2x4 with the scope, and then he put it back on the rifle, and then they shot it, and it still shot at 1 minute of angle at 100 yards, which is unheard of. So it was pretty unique optics, but they don't make them like that anymore, that's for sure. Have you ever built an 80% lower AR out of aluminum or 9mm polymer handgun? You need to. No, I have not. I've thought about it, but there are easier ways of getting ghost guns, that's for sure. AR-10 308, yeah, that's a pretty awesome weapon. That really is a pretty awesome weapon. But once again, it's still an AR. Let's dump some sand in it and see how well it works. And that's actually why I prefer the AK. I don't like the AK's safety. I just think that's, I don't know, because I had to carry an M16 for a while, and that's what you're trained to use. So your hands automatically know where to go, and it's very, and then they do what they call the slap. Sometimes it's unsafe and you want to use it. So when you're bringing it up, you slap it down and then you put your hand on the grip, and that breaks it down into full auto. But anyway, so I don't know. To each their own. To each their own. The AR-10 is still an unbelievable weapon. If you want to play rifle games, Stoner, boom, we're done. I win. That's a nice piece. That's what she said. Thank you, Jaguar. 80% Arms Company has a GST-9. It's a 9mm handgun, like a construction kit, easy to build. Oh, nice. I like it. I tell you what I'm kind of into too is 9mm survival rifles. There's a couple out there that are really good. They use Glock magazines, which I really love the idea of, but they're so hard to find, and they're just short of being the perfect rifle, or carbine, technically. I think that there's money in that. I think building a 9mm carbine that is survival related, that has all the bells and whistles that you want on it at a reasonable price, is something that can easily be done. Way more options for an AR versus AK. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And if the AK is not the right kind, then you're going to have a problem. But here's the thing. Those options don't mean squat. They don't mean squat. I was trained to use, well, even before that, when I first started shooting, before I was in the Marine Corps, iron sights. And then in the Marine Corps, iron sights. And then getting the additional training, you go to optics. But you would always fall back to the iron sights because every year you had to qualify with your service rifle, and that had iron sights. So that's where my brain goes. Also, optics don't work super great at night in very, very dark situations. Some of the bells and whistles as far as optics go, they will go on an AR, just or an AK, just like that. Rail systems, they're all over the AKs now. You can buy an American AK now. Changing a lot of parts. For instance, I had what is it? Not an SVD, not an AK. Damn it, I can't remember the name of it. But you can buy professional grade guts for an AK. So as far as, flip up sights, you can buy them you can buy all of those things. But the one thing is you have to buy the right AK. If you just buy, some Czechoslovakian knockoff, yeah, you're probably going to have all sorts of problems. Everything from flash suppressors to sights not fitting correctly, just all sorts of crazy things because it's a very low grade thing. But when you start talking, high-end Chinese to full grade Russian Kalashnikov, then you're going to have a good day. You're going to have a good day. So I still think you're right. Kentucky. There's more parts. Was it Kentucky that was saying that? Window liquor, more. It was window liquor that was saying it. Yeah, I agree. There are more bells and whistles and parts. But hey, listen, man, I have polymer magazines for my AK. It's that easy. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the industry. But I would also say that in the current market, if I wanted to buy something for an AK, there would be more parts available now than there are parts for ARs. Yeah. Let's see. I've always have iron sights, but I like laser and flashlight. True. Laser takes a while to learn to shoot with. We had to learn to use lasers with the night vision. But it's a lot easier with night vision because you can see where the beam is starting. But with just regular red or even green lasers, you can normally only see the laser point, the laser impact point, and then you have to learn to adjust from that. We see blind with the light. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, you can. Green lasers can mess them up pretty good. Well, you guys really got the tactical stuff. I never talk about guns. I never talk about tactical stuff. It's another life, another day, another place, another thing. I preferred hand grenades, always catch something. How do I say that? You're new to the channel. Thank you for your time. Baker 96. I prefer hand grenades, always catching something. Man, you need to get an STD test, bro. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it. I can't buy every gun and ammo. Yeah, exactly. You can't. I told you, you only need the 4. You need an assault rifle, you need a shotgun, you need a pistol, you need a long gun. Bolt action preferably. It's all you need. Everything else in the middle, you're fine. Close enough. I wonder if Google will tell me how to say that. Let's see, Google's Translate. And I'm going to translate it from English to English. And we're going to go Bachor. Oh, wow. It's a German. In German, that is Jungle Sea. Transfer from Hindi. Dude, is this Hindi? Let's see here.
Bachelor.
Bachelor. Is that right? Semper Fi, do or die. Yeah, you like the flag, brother. Who are you with? I spent 5 years in 1-6, and that's all I'll tell you. Everything else is locked down. It's Ukrainian. Gotcha. Oh, I got you now, man. Okay, it's going to be Ukrainian to English. It's the same thing. According to Google, bachelor is bachelor. What's it sound like?
Bachelor.
Bachelor. Let's see. Potato launcher and some household chemicals. Love it. All right. Second moth. Okay, second Marine Division. Oh, I see. I see. What did you make first sergeant and they sent you to the grunts? Is that what happened? You can tell me. It's either that or you were admin, intel, com, something like that. Motor T. You were something, dude. You can tell me. It's okay. I had 5 MOSs. You're not going to hurt my feelings one little bit. Not even close. Wait a minute. You were a cook. Were you a cook? You can tell me. Come to Papa. I got you, bro. I got you. I will mold you right into the platoon. Everything will be just fine. So I said motor T. I said, man, if you can't truck it, you know the rest. I can't say the rest. Not just a cook. You were a special cook. You were a motor T cook? Come on. And then you were a corpsman? Okay. Massive respect. Massive respect. I took care of my dachshund. They took care of me. I never got sick, but my boys did, so. That's awesome. So, were you one of those guys that got, oh wait, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling it. You had an LVS license, didn't you? Say yes or no. Come on, Bachelor. Bachelor had an LVS license. What we cooking? What'd you do? Run off, Bachelor? It's a simple yes or no question. They break your brain in the Navy? My chat's over here. I should probably put it over here just. Okay. I guess I'll wait for him to come back or something. But definitely curious about talking to him. All right, what do we got here? I have too many windows open. I have way too many windows open. No, back in 76, 80 for 16 years, then retired. Oh, I got you. Oh, you're old school, man. I got you. Are you a 5-ton driver? Nothing else for you, window licker. You have food poisoning. I got you. Listen, man, I always prefer to ride. I got no problems with it. All right, let's see. I'm going to close some of these windows because there's no way I'm going to buy all these guns as much as I'd like to. And what time is it? It is, now what time is it? That's almost 10 o'clock. We're edging up on 3 hours again of chat. I can't believe this guy. Deuce! Love it, man. Love it. Still want that Mossberg. Still want that Mossberg. What do we got? What do we got? We got to close these windows out. We got to close these windows because, yeah, I have too many windows open. There's so many windows open. Gamma Goat, no way, dude. That's hilarious. Most people have no idea what the hell that is. That's too funny. When I was in freaking, we took a ride up to the DMZ up in Pilsung, Korea, and the was it duck? It flipped over. Remington 817, Remington 500. Anyway, our deuce flipped over, right? Our deuce and a half flipped over, and we all got out of it. We were all fine, but we literally like got a whole platoon of Marines and just flipped it back up because we were on one of those stupid mountain roads that it's only one way, or there's only enough room for one car. And anyway, we just literally just flipped it back up and we just started driving away on it. People were freaking out. Where are we at here? 45 years since I went in. Gotcha. Irish Prepper, I just broke the seal. Man, you're late. We've been doing this for 3 hours. You're just now breaking the seal? Oh my God. I'd find a way to start at work if I had my way, but I don't, because that would be stupid. Drinking on the job legally, which I've done before, is pretty cool. It's one of my best memories. Sitting on the beach in Colombia, drinking rum and smoking Cuban cigars at 10 a.m. Oh, the life. But what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? I'm going to have to finish that video tomorrow. Yeah, I don't need any of that junk. Okay. All right. Well, let's see. Yeah, we're edging up on 3 hours of stream time, guys. So I think the libation is starting to catch me, and the light is starting to blind me, and everything's getting fuzzy. And I've had an awesome, awesome, awesome time with you guys. I guess I'll just close with, go to my Patreon, $3, premium content. There's a link down in the description. But seriously, guys, it's a really good deal. Yeah, everybody's like instantly left. Like half the people just left. All right, lightweight new jarhead. No, I'm retired 20 years, 13 years of DoD contracting, bro. I'm not a lightweight or a jarhead anymore. So, all right, love you, man. Hey, Bachor. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right. But yeah, normally I try to stream sometime between 6 and 7 p.m. I normally do the firesides if you get a chance because I don't recognize your name. Check it out. Become a subscriber, all that good trash. If you want the premium content, a lot of survival stuff on the Patreon, links below. All right, guys, until the next time, I want you to stay safe. I want you to have a great day, and now I'm going to push that button because I got to take my dog out before she pisses all over the floor. I love you guys. Have a great night. That button does something. There it is.